Good morning, it's 9:30. Yes, I went to sleep again at 4:30 last night. I did release quite a personal video last night, revealed something. Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, thank you very much for the positive comments and saying that I was pretty brave in disclosing on what happened. But I don't think there's loads of people. There's loads of people that probably had quite a lot of negative experiences, and mine's just that's just one of them. It's how you deal with it, isn't it? Whatever happens to you in life, it's your mental attitude and how you cope with what's happened that makes you the person that you are. Right, I'm going to finish this drama off. Right, better to start doing the washing up. I sort of left it from last night. And it got me thinking about my uni days. I should dwell on those a bit longer because that's where all my experiences were formed. Tina Moon's memoirs. I think I should just dwell on my uni days because that's where I really flowered. I became a butterfly. I remember the first day of arriving at the hostel. It was a girl-boy hostel. Coming from an all-girls school, it was like, what? There's men in here? On the top floor, going into my room and meeting my roommate, who was from a very staunch Christian family. So she was into her Bible, so quite a lovely girl. And had a quick chat with her, and I was quite shy, but I just sucked it in, and I thought, you know what, I'm here, I'm going to have to make friends. So I knocked on the girls' room next door. There was 5 of them in there, all crazy lot. Introduced myself and we got chatting. We became really good friends over the years. And they became my drinking buddies and the ones that I used to force to go out to nightclubs nearly every night and down to the bar. They must have got really fed up with me because I was always the one, come on, please come with me, please come with me. And they probably just wanted to stay in their rooms and study. I wasn't having none of that. And we used to have a canteen that we used to go and have our meals at. So we used to walk there to get our lunches and our dinners. And there was a group of lads. They were PGCE students, so they were a lot older. I was only 18 at the time. And they must have been in their 20s. Well, there was one guy, and he was probably the most beautiful looking man on campus. And he was a rugby player, so he had the physique. He had brown curly hair, big blue eyes, and he was just amazing to look at. So every day I used to see him, and somehow he used to sit there just staring at me and then watch me walking in, getting my food and sit on the table. And you know, you have those awkward eye contact moments. I used to get flustered. I thought, oh my God. And I never ever thought that he was into me. You know, I was into him, and a lot of girls were. And then I got a phone call at the hostel, and the girls came running in and said, it's that bloke, you know, that really good looking one. And somehow he got that phone number. We didn't have mobile phones in those days. We had a coin box telephone. So I received a phone call, and then we arranged to meet up at the bar, the local bar. So I met up with him for a drink. And we had a chat. And you've got to remember, I was new to this game, you know, I was chatting to men. Oh my God, I was really quite shy and quiet, and he was quiet too. Like I said, you know, good looking men, they normally are pretty reserved. Anyway, on the 3rd date he walked me back to the hostel, and our hostel was in some beautiful grounds, and it was, I just remember it was a full moon. It's a nice warm evening, walking along, and he just sort of like grabbed me, pulled me in for a kiss, and it was my first French kiss, and it probably lasted all of like 5 minutes. I had no idea what was going on. It was like suddenly this tongue was in my mouth. I thought, what was I supposed to do? But I was secretly like, oh yeah, one off the notch, you know, that's my first French kiss. So I couldn't wait actually for him to go and for me to run back into the hostel, gather the girls, and we went into the bathroom. I sat in the bathtub, no water in it, with all of them around, got a bottle of wine out, and I recounted every single second of it to them. We had such a laugh. And then I probably met him 2 or 3 times after that. Nothing happened. And then I went to the bar thinking that I'd meet him one evening. Got to the bar and he was there with his friends and a girl. And it was his ex-girlfriend. And as she came up to me and said to me that, look, I'm so sorry that me and him have had a discussion and we've decided that we're going to make another go of it. You know, it was a bad mistake us breaking up initially. Oh, I was devastated. And he didn't have the guts to tell me himself. His girlfriend had to come over and tell me. So yeah, that was my first heartbreak. But yeah, at least I could say I dated whoa, one of the most wanted men on campus. And also coming from being Asian and putting into a situation where I was probably the only Indian girl on the whole, and actually there was one other. It was just the 2 of us amongst maybe 1,000 students. And I didn't have a complex at the time about my colour. I really didn't even think about it, to be honest. I just sort of like integrated quite well. And I looked after myself in those days. My hair was always coifed, hairsprayed, all, you know, the hairstyle where your hair's sticking up. And I had a full face of makeup all the time. I dressed well, everything was coordinated. So I did look after myself in those days. Very unlike what it is today. I'm actually having quite a lot of fun talking about my little memories. It's like reliving moments, you know, that you forget as time goes. There's so many. Sorry, I'm going to bore you. Oh, jeez. I received a phone call from Kaysen's dad. He wants to come and stay here for a few days. He hasn't seen Kaysen for about 4 months because he's been out in Africa on a Christian aid mission helping build a township out there. And he's quite high-wired and talks about himself all the time. I like my peace and quiet. I like just sitting down and just doing my own thing. Me and Kaysen are so in tune with one another that when Kurt comes, it changes that balance a little bit. I think I might be spending quite a few nights in Flare back days. But he's quite useful because he's a builder. So there's probably quite a few jobs I could get him to do while he's here. Maybe start on Flare and sanding her back a bit and dealing with the rust spots. But you know when you're like, you've got your peace and peace and quiet and you've got your little sanctuary and then some sort of lion comes into the den. That's how it feels. But it's fine. I mean, obviously I must have loved the guy at one point. I'm going to make a Indian dessert called kheer. Now I'm using rice which has been soaked for about half an hour in water. It's been washed. I'm going to use half a cup. Some ghee, about a tablespoon of ghee, a pint and a bit of whole milk, some chopped almonds, 4 cardamom pods. I just left my cardamom so that you know what a cardamom looks like. And this, rose water, which just gives it that Indian flavour at the end. One of the first things to do is to just break this rice up a little bit. Otherwise it becomes like pretty much like a rice pudding, and I want a smoother kheer. So I'm just going to put half of that rice in. There's a cup there. I think I'm only going to use half of it. 6 tablespoons, I think that should do it. And then get your rice, which I've munched up a little bit, and pop that in. And you've got to keep stirring. Of the cooking, you put in, here's the rose water. I'm going to just add a little bit because it can be quite overpowering. So here is my kheer. I know it's going to be nice. I can eat this for breakfast. What's the time? 4 o'clock. It's the first time I'm eating. I just love kheer. So I just tidied the kitchen up after cooking my kheer, and this is how much I love it. I've had a bowl of it, and I've put some in for my friend, and now I just love it. So high, I mean it reminds me of the 3 bears. I could be the mama bear. So I'm making a Chinese fried rice. I was thinking maybe I should put a video up putting that actor's name in the titles So the chances of people searching for his videos on YouTube will see it, will click onto it, see the video, and maybe him as well might like the video that I've done of him and give me a little heart emoji. Oh my God, that would just make my day. I don't need to go on a date or anything like that. I mean, I'm not crazy. But this is lockdown. I'm getting lockdown fever. I'm not being able to pursue my passions, which is like travelling around in my camper van. That Korean dramas and living in a fairy tale have become my obsession. Just going off to do our daily little walk, and I put the Oculus VR headset on and I watched YouTube. Oh my God, if I could watch a drama on that, it's just like sitting in a cinema. You're literally sat in a cinema with a massive screen in front of you with stereo sound. It's just bloody amazing. So dinner tonight is nice and easy. Steak, peri-peri chicken, peas and some steak chips. I'm very naughty. I forgot the hand clapping again. I didn't even know there was one on, and it took my cousin's dad to ring me up. I said, did you notice that there was a lot of clapping going on outside? Oh God, I forgot again. They must think I'm really bad, my next door neighbours, but no, they don't. They know that I'm a good person at heart. Right, I'm going to sit down and edit a video. I'm going to make a video tonight which is going to have all the elements of a Korean drama in it. Because I have a real passion for it at the moment. I feel so sad. I just finished editing the video for the Empress Ki with the music, and I had to listen to that tune, I don't know, 20 times. And every time I watched it, I wanted to cry. It's so heartbreaking. I can't believe I feel like I'm going to be in tears. Be warned, if you ever watch that drama, be prepared to have your heart broken into pieces. And every time you hear this tune, you're gonna cry. There's only one way to pick myself up, and that is to watch an episode from a drama.